7 o'clock game on Saturday, January 6th. Tickets at Staples Center, Ticketmaster, or call 213-365-3600. When you talk about parity in the NHL, the Kings will agree with you. There are nights when any team, and I know it sounds like a cliche, can walk in and beat any other, and teams are finding that out. The Kings are finding that out for the second straight night, that a team below them in the standings is winning going into the third period here tonight, 5-4. Jim, it would seem to me the Kings just have to say, we don't need to win it in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the third period. Let's go out and play a solid game and win here at home.
By now, you know the Kings have a feeling that it's not going to be easy, and some breaks have gone against them tonight. I'm sure Andy Murray is feeling to himself, you know, the goaltending, he just needs a save at this point to make sure the Thrashers don't score another goal. But I agree with you. It's going to be a systematic approach. And I think in the second period, there were a couple of shifts near the end of the period where the Kings had a little rotation on the board before the game, pick and roll, get in there down low. The Thrashers defensemen aren't that big and they're not that fast. So if the Kings can exploit anything, get the puck down low and try to use their size and speed, taking the puck to the net.
So the team that can control the third period probably is going to walk out of here with a victory tonight. Jim will be back with the highlights right after this.
Okay, sir, you're all set. We got you signed up with all your movie channels.
Great.
You got 4 Stars, 7 HBOs, 5 Showtimes. Okay. We also got you signed up for your local channels.
Beautiful.
No charge for installation.
Cool, thanks.
Okay. Signature?
Sure.
Yeah. Take care.
Take care.
Now get free professional installation when you buy a DirecTV system and sign up for Total Choice programming.
It's the food that makes an Italian vacation so special, and for me, a total tax write-off. I've learned so much here. For instance, ask an Italian for a milkshake made with real ice cream, and they'll look at you like you're from another planet. Yet we agree French fries should be golden and crispy, and that food just tastes better if you don't make it till it's ordered. But most importantly, I learned that when you attend an Italian soccer match, you better root for Italy.
Day in and day out, you know you can always depend on Chevrolet. Now you can make your money count on a 2001 Chevy Malibu with $12.50 cash back, or a 2001 Chevy Impala with as low as 5.9% APR. That's big cash back or as low as 5.9 APR. So make your money count at your local Chevy dealer now.
Great evening to you. I'm Todd Donahoe, and check out what we're working on tonight for your 11 p.m. Southern California Regional Sports Report. The Lakers feeling the heat. Highlights and post-game reaction from tonight's showdown in Miami. And Vic the Brick speaks out on how the Dodgers stand up the middle. No improvements? So for 30 minutes of nightly sports news, all dedicated to Southern California home teams, stay tuned for your 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report.
Pete Newell Challenge returns with 2 of the nation's best. Number 1, Duke, led by the nation's top player, Shane Battier. Number 3, Stanford, powered by unstoppable sophomore Casey Jacobson. The march to the madness is on. Stanford Duke, followed by Cal Georgia, Thursday at 6 on Fox Sports Net 2.
Back live at Staples, kind of upside down and backward right there. Bud Light in the Mission Report. There were 4 goals scored in the first period, 5 goals scored in the second period. Right now we're going to take a look at all the goals. Kings get on the board first to take a 3-2 lead. Blake pass right to the side of the net as Kelly Buchberger. He taps it in, but then the Thrashers come back with 3 straight goals. Brad Tapper, loose coverage right there by Wisnowski, wide open net. Tapper his first career goal in the NHL. They keep it going. Tapper, the assister right here, across the crease to Patrick Stefan. He has an empty net. Then the forecheck goal. Odgers with some contact. Svedvarnik pulls the trigger on a screen shot. The Thrashers take the big 2-goal lead, but the Kings come back near the end. Robitaille to give and go, then the fake shot. Eric Belanger right beside the net. When the Kings get back within 1, Bank of America stats. Shots on goal in favor of The Atlanta Thrashers there in the second period, scoring chances, evening up two. Each team with one power play goal on the night. Have a look at that Thrashers goal on the forecheck again. You can't diagram it any more perfect. Stop right here, guys. The triangle, everyone has a job to do now. We'll follow it through. First man, take the body down here. Second man, pick up the loose puck. That's his job. Third man gets in the position, high in the slot. You'll see the screen set up right through Blake. Pass Stephane Fisset. So the Kings were a little loose on coverage a couple times, but that time, perfect execution on the forecheck. And the Thrashers lead by 1 goal after 2 periods of play. Well, we had 4 in the first, 5 in the second. That means we're going to have 6 goals in the third period. We'll see who scores them right after this.
Say, how about some blinds? Get them fast. Only Lowe's cuts the blinds you want with great brand names like Springs Full Wood and Levelor, all in around 15 minutes, all at a guaranteed low price. Custom size now blinds, now at Lowe's, improving home improvement.
Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse, now with 2 locations in Long Beach.
When does the number 0 mean more than just 0? How about when it's 0 down, plus 0 payments, and 0 interest for 1 year for qualified buyers on the incredibly fun-to-drive Alero? That's 0 to pay for 1 whole year on every new 2000 and 2001 Alero. So see your local Oldsmobile dealer today before these zeros disappear. Limitations apply. Call 1-888-255-OLDS for details.
Mike Thiessen powers Air Force's storied wishbone attack against upset-minded Fresno State in the inaugural Silicon Valley Football Classic. Air Force battles Fresno State December 31st on Fox Sports Net. Tonight after the game on Fox Sports Net. First, catch the National Sports Report. Then it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report. And at 11:30, Jim Rome comes up huge on The Last Word. Tonight on Fox Sports Net. Best in the business square off in a dynamic doubleheader. Thursday, the Kings battle red-hot Joe Sakic and the recharged Avs. And Friday on Fox Sports Net 2, the Ducks hit Hockeytown to face Steve Yzerman and the Red Wings. Drop the puck. It's war on ice. Kings hockey Thursday on Fox Sports Net and Ducks hockey Friday on Net 2.
4 nights a week, all December long, FX brings you the real, the raw, and the ridiculous. It's December caught on tape, the most outrageous videos seen on TV. Monday through Thursday at 9, only on FX.
We are back live at Staples Center in Los Angeles, the home of the Los Angeles Kings, where they trail 5-4 to the Atlanta Thrashers starting the third period. And the Kings still have 18 seconds left to go on the penalty to Ian LaPerriere. So Andy Murray with a concerned look on his face. Of course, he has that a lot during the game, regardless of the score. Bucky is taken by Atlanta at center ice, back into their own zone. Cabrela moves it over to Burt. Adam Burt sends it off the boards, and out to break it up is Jamie Storr, and he clears, and that should do it. Up in the penalty box and back out on the ice is Ian LaPerriere. Now the puck back behind the net, and Kelly Buchberger tried to get to it. He didn't. Good check throw by LaPerriere on Burt, and Burt falls down and makes sure he stays on the puck, and then we get some shoving with LaPerriere, and Adam Burt is up, and he's getting into a scrap here with Kelly Buchberger.
Well, it was initially there with LaPerriere and Ray Ferraro. Burt came in and Buchberger, so these two guys kind of came in after the fact. And you see Kelly without his helmet. And now it looks like trying to get the helmet off the head of Burt, so neither player able to really rear back and fire some punches. More of a wrestling match. So the Kings tried to get it going on the forecheck. The big hit initially was by Ian LaPerriere. There's the hit on Ferraro. Now Burt comes in and pushes Ian. Ian will come back also with just a little bit of a push. There, Kelly Buchberger comes in. There's the face wash that gets those two guys going. So a physical start to the third period. The Kings getting things going. LaPerriere in on the forecheck, taking the body.
Well, the Thrashers are in only their second year, and an assistant coach is an old friend, Jay Leach, who used to be an assistant here in Los Angeles. And we asked him, is this team expecting now to win every night?
I don't think it's, I think we expect to play well. And I think if we play well, then we got a good shot at winning. And I think that's the mindset that the team has right now. Naturally, when we go up against some of these teams, you know, we take a look at their talent versus our talent, man for man, they're a bit ahead of us. But team-wise, we can compete against them, and we can play a team solution game for them.
And Bob, they've taken that step this year. Even last year, they were known as a hard-working team, but they still knew, even if they played as well as they could as a team, they didn't necessarily have a chance to win games. Right. This year, they feel they have picked it up in that area. A lot of people feel it's goaltending, too. Damian Rhodes has been hurt this year, but he's got a lot of help from the backup, Milan Nelichka, this year. Rhodes got hurt last year, and after that, it was a revolving door of goaltenders trying to come in. So once you shore up that goaltending, the team plays much better. Kelly Buchberger gets the extra call on the last one. That face wash cost him a roughing penalty. 5 minutes for fighting for both players, but the Kings shorthanded Buchberger for roughing.
So Atlanta with another chance to widen their lead as they bring it up to center. Here's Andrei Skopincev. Fires it off the right wing board. Behind the net, cut off by Storr. Can he clear? No. Skopincev holds it in. His pass back down the left side to Donald Audette. Didn't get it. Rob Blake clears it the length of the ice. Rhodes gets it up to Skopincev. We're just a minute into the third period here with the Kings down 5-4. Thrashers come across the line, drop it back to Ray Ferraro. His pass broken up, and Rob Blake stepped in. Kings come back to center, working on a 3-on-2, but a long drive by Blake is deflected back behind the net. Rhodes sends it over to Frank Kaberloff, and he clears it up ahead to Donald Audette. Here's Audette at center ice, stopped there by Corkin. Kings dig it out, across the line. LaPerriere tried to drop it there for Carolani, but didn't get enough on it. And here comes Donald Audette for Atlanta. Audette wheels it over on the left side to Domicelli. Matt Domicelli put it back into Steffen. Patrick Steffen to Domicelli. His cross ice pass to Tamer. Tamer sets up the power play and gives it to Patrick Steffen. Steffen down in deep. Domicelli in front, and Audette had a whack at it. He had an open corner, but didn't get all of it, and the Kings clear it back to center.
Real good movement there by the Thrashers on the power play, Bob. They get the puck in the corner. Domicelli's a left-hand shot. He takes it to the middle. Donald Audette took a swing at the puck, just missed.
Here's Steffen across the line. Dropped it back in an offside. Called against Atlanta with 26 seconds to go in the power play.
Bob, obviously, as you go on year by year, you hope to improve as an expansion team. I think another reason, and the Thrashers have admitted this, there were fewer tryouts, so to speak, at training camp. They kind of had a better feeling of who Kurt Fraser was as his team, and that helps a lot because when you get into practices early in the season, you can start practicing forechecks, breakouts. You can start practicing the specialty teams a lot more when you know who's going to be in the lineup. You go back a year ago, so many guys come to training camp. They're coming from all over the place. You don't get a feel early enough in the season. Now they have that feeling, and they're playing pretty well.
And they're leading here 5-4. They've got 23 seconds left with a man advantage. Kaberloff moves it down the right side. Domicelli chased it in deep. Drops it off. Here's Brad Tapper. He's got his first NHL goal tonight. He gets it back from Steffen. Tapper back to Patrick Steffen. Steffen up the middle, and it hopped away. Kaberloff had to chase it down. Now sends it around the board with 3 seconds up to go on the power play. Picked up by Tapper. Shoots up high and wide. Kings are back at full strength. No shots on the power play for Atlanta. We're early in the third period. Kings down by a goal. Up the left side they come. Nice move by Reinprecht. Reinprecht moves it ahead. Jason Blake across the line, but Tapper took it away and cleared it back into the King zone. Hoppy Berg chasing it down there. Kings have 21 shots. Atlanta, 17 shots. And they're 5 goals on 11 shots, and that's when the Kings made a goaltender change. Took Fassé out and put Storr in. Here in the corner, Smolinski, Atlanta zone. Now along the boards, taken away and cleared by Dean Sylvester back to the King line. Hoppy Berg Gives it off on the right side to Wisniewski. Up ahead to Belanger at center. Skipped away. Belanger went for it again. Didn't get it. Robitaille back out at center ice. Lockie Bird.
Pretty good stand up here by the Thrashers. Bob, I mentioned in the second intermission, I'm sure the Kings want to get the puck deep and try a forecheck. If anything, to just draw penalties. Right now, the Thrashers standing up, and the Kings can't penetrate into the zone.
Smolinski drives it in, but offside. Called against the Kings. And a face-off coming up.
Well, the Thrashers have a 5-4 lead. A reminder for extended regional highlights and in-depth interviews. Catch the 11 p.m. regional sports report tonight right here on Fox Sports Net. A post-game report from the Staples Center. The Kings, Lakers in the Heat. They battle tonight. And Vic the Brick. We'll talk about the Dodgers tonight. The 11 p.m. regional sports report.
Andy Murray and his team will be in Colorado on Thursday night. We'll be there to have it for you live at 6 p.m. Kings and the Avalanche. Kings won the first meeting 6-4. That was here in Staples Center against Colorado.
And they just put the final up on the board here, Bob. 3-0 Calgary in Colorado tonight.
And down the left side, Thomas still with it. Checked with all the boards. Picked up by Corkum. Corkum's pass out to the right point. Carlotti throws it. It's tipped up in the air by Craig Johnson. Thomas had it, but is pass taken away by Svedvarden. Cleared out to center. Well, that's great news. Colorado, they'll be in a good frame of mind. Here across the line. Puck down along the left wing board. But that goes to prove is what we were talking about during the intermission. Any team, Calgary walks into Colorado and shuts them out. Now you figure that one out.
Bob, what about 2 nights ago? Dallas goes into Minnesota and gets whooped 6-0.
There's a shot and a save, rebound, just hit wide. The shot by Carlotti at the right point, and Thomas had the rebound. It just went wide. Thomas now up the middle, Johnson to the blue line. Penalty coming up against Atlanta. Schneider, delayed call. Carlotti shoots, save, Rhodes, rebound, fallen on by, I think, I was going to say Adam Burt, but it's not. It's fallen on by Denny Lambert.
So the Kings get a little bit of pressure, Bob. That's the forecheck I think they were looking for coming into this period. Kurt Fraser doesn't like it, but hooking was the call. I believe it was Steve Reinprecht of the Kings trying to come out of the corner. Earlier, the shot comes through. Redirection, no. But the second chance by Scott Thomas, and you see the blocker right there of the goaltender Damian Rhodes. Rhodes had lost his stick. You see the stick right there on the ice. But Rhodes found a way to go down to his knees and get right back up again. Lambert, number 27, gets hooking. I believe he tugged on Steve Reinprecht coming out of the corner. So the Kings did have a couple of pick and rolls in the corner, taking the puck from the boards to the front, forcing the Thrashers into a penalty.
Lambert sits in the penalty box. The Kings go on the power play. They're 1 out of 4 tonight on the power play. Power play goal was scored by Lubomir Wisniewski. Thrashers going to have it in their own zone, and Sylvester clears it to the Kings blue line, and taken there by Rob Blake. Chance for the Kings to tie it up. We're in the third period with 14:57 to go in the period. Here's Lubomir Wisniewski. He sent it ahead and across the line. Kings get it to Belanger. Belanger sets it up to Wisniewski. Cross ice pass to Rob Blake. Blake, his shot deflected and saved by Rhodes. Back to Blake at the right point. Blake turns, shoots. Knocked down, rebound, save again by Rhodes on Robitaille. Robitaille back to Rob Blake. Blake shoots, knocked down by Rhodes again. Picked up by Skopintsev, knocked down by Robitaille to Wisniewski. Wisniewski can't get a good shot up the middle. Robitaille shoots, blocked, and fallen on and staying down deliberately is Skopintsev. And the whistle blows.
Bob, after 2 periods of play, Andrei Skopintsev had the most ice time for the Atlanta Thrashers. The Kings have second and third chances here, so they're hungry for the puck. It goes to the middle. Robitaille turns, fires, and Skopintsev just timed it perfectly. He went down facing the shooter. Watch this one right here. Skopintsev goes down to his knees. You'll see many times defensemen slide with their pads first. Robitaille doesn't want the whistle to be blowing, and Skopintsev gets right back up, but the whistle is gone by that point. And you see that non-call quite a bit.
Too much, I think.
Well, that one wasn't, the one I hate, Bob, is when it's near the boards and the guy just kind of slides in and just waits there for this. This one had a little more action going on around it.
Kings hold it to the blue line, and Rob Blake got up but couldn't hold it in. Svedvarden at center ice. Checked by Blake, and a penalty coming up to Blake. He stuck his leg out and tripped Svedvarden.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. Rob Blake found himself in a weird position right at the blue line, right after the faceoff. Bob, Rob Blake actually had his hand on the puck, I believe. Blake tries to keep it in right here by diving. Now he misses it, so he gets his right hand and covers the puck. He's shoveling it back and forth. Varda chases down loose puck. Watch the right skate of Rob Blake. Right there, it's the old slew foot. And that was in the middle of the ice. Holding's the actual call, so you kind of get the contact on the upper part of the body. That's what usually happens with a slew foot. You make contact up high, you kick down low. Varda went down. 4-on-4 skating once again, 103 this time, and at that point, Thrashers will be back on the power play.
14-13 to go in the third, and the Kings take themselves out of another power play. So now they are 1 out of 5 tonight. Aki Berg at the King blue line. Kings down by a goal. 4-on-4 skating situation here. Pass to line. And the play whistled down. Kings had pass from just inside their own blue line to Jason Blake over on the right wing.
And Bob, you get a feeling all of things creeping back in with the LA Kings. They're still in this game, no doubt. But earlier in the season and going back to last year, Andy Murray talked about unnecessary penalties. After the beginning of this year, the Kings have really done a good job staying away from that. But now, things are going against them, and it's creeping back into tonight's game. That one by Rob Blake. The puck's in the neutral zone. The Kings have the power play. You'd have to turn that unnecessary. Right now, you have 4-on-4.
Right off the draw. Here comes Reinprecht into the zone. Stops, moves, shoots, and a save. Rebound just shot wide. What a great move by Reinprecht, but he just didn't finish it up by putting it in the net. Boy, he made a couple of great moves, and right off the draw, he came like a beeline to center ice.
Bob, Reinprecht has that knack kind of passing the puck to himself. He slides it through skates and sticks, then picks it up himself without actually making a move.
Capper down the right side, throws it in deep. Atlanta wants to get a line change. Kings moving quickly up on the left wing side. Here's Jason Blake. Blake from center ice with a shot and a save. It went right into the body of Damian Rose. Jim, I guess this tape won't be going to any coaches' clinics, will it, this summer, this game?
I don't think so. There's been a few like that lately.
Tipped across the line, picked up by Audette, and he can't get a good shot. It rolled away from Nordstrom. Now on the blue line, Atlanta with a power play for 54 seconds. Pass tipped up in the air and out of play.
So Donald Audette had the chance, and Matty Nordstrom staying with him as long as possible. Back to that chance by Reinprecht. He has great offensive instincts. We've seen that all season long. But again, the moves he makes, he kind of shovels and just pushes the puck. He goes back, watch him push it again through the legs of the defender. And you can see that Reinprecht, through that whole exchange, Bob, he was skating in a straight line. He really never moves out of position. Watch, goes forward, keeps going forward. He just forces the defenseman to move. Then he keeps going through, and finally Rhodes with a save. Jason Blake a chance on the rebound. You go back to that game in Vancouver a couple weeks ago, or 10 days or so ago. Reinprecht, individual effort against Felix Potvin. Right there, trying one on Damian Rhodes.
He made those moves on a 13-year defenseman, Adam Burt. And just missed tying it up. Look at the shots on goal here in the third period. But Atlanta leads it. Here's Kaberle. Shoots, and a save off the glove of Storr into the corner. Nordstrom has lost his stick. And the puck dug out by Corkum. Up ahead to center ice now. Nelson Emerson shoots wide. Rebound, bounce right back out in front, and is gloved by Damian Rose. So a face-off coming up with the Kings still shorthanded for 32 more seconds. The Kings on Fox Sports Net are brought to you by Lexus and their passionate pursuit of perfection. By Panasonic Camcorder, just slightly ahead of our time. By Burger King, got the urge? And by Pepsi. The joy of cola is a proud sponsor of the Los Angeles Kings.
Bob, that last save by Rhodes, the puck hit the boards near the baseboard on the long shot, then bounced high. Kings players have been talking about this lately. You've got to watch the bounces off the boards.
Matty Nordstrom, his pass over Smolinski's shot deflected up high off the glass. Atlanta moves it back out to center ice, taken away and driven back in and off the skate there of Skopintsev right toward the net. Skopintsev moves it up ahead to Ray Ferraro. Ferraro slaps it hard around the boards on the right side. Held in by Audette. Audette behind the net. He gets hit hard. The puck comes out to center ice. And the Kings are back at full strength. Rob Blake out of the penalty box. One shot on goal on that power play. 13,823 here tonight. Audette Right side, Kings zone, both teams at full strength. Audette pulls up, his pass taken away. Back to center ice now. Smolinski across the line. Smolinski in the Atlanta zone. Pass deflected in deep, now behind the net. Smolinski and Ferraro battle for it. Ferraro's pass to Burt. Taken by the Thrashers now to center ice. And sent by Andrew Burnett. Deep in the Kings zone. Atlanta in the line change with 11:30 left to go in the third. Kings had a big late rush in the game against Tampa Bay, but they were too far behind to tie it up. Only a goal back now. Puck comes in deep and is touched up on a two-line pass, or let's see, they're going to call icing or a two-line pass. Whistle stops play. 5-4 in favor of Atlanta. We'll be back in a moment.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is going on now through January 2nd. Whether you buy or lease, you'll find values you never dreamed possible. So this year, make sure you get the gift you really want. Hurry in to your Lexus dealer today.
We'd love to see you smile.
At McDonald's, we know value is about more than just great prices. It's also about great food and having a great time. Hey, anything for a smile.
We've always been your place for outrageous value, so our original hamburgers are still just 29 cents each every Wednesday, our cheeseburgers are 39 cents each every Sunday, and 6-piece chicken McNuggets are only 89 cents every Tuesday.
We love to see you smile.
McDonald's, your only place for outrageous values.
Great evening to you. I'm Todd Donahoe, and check out what we're working on tonight for your 11 p.m. Southern California Regional Sports Report. The Lakers feeling the heat. Highlights and post-game reaction from tonight's showdown in Miami. And Vic the Brick speaks out on how the Dodgers stand up the middle. No improvements? So for 30 minutes of nightly sports news, all dedicated to Southern California home teams, stay tuned for your 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report.
There's Adam Bird, the veteran defenseman that Reinprecht made that move on. In a preseason game this year, he was hit on the right side of his face with a puck, underwent 4 hours of surgery. They put 20 screws and 7 plates in his face. He already had 3 plates on the left side of his face. Puck is knocked down along the boards in the Atlanta zone. Scott Thomas trying to get to it. Kings get it into Robitaille. Robitaille in the corner, tied up by Squapinsa. And it's cleared by Don McKellar. Chase back, Kings get it back out to center ice. 10:52 to go in the third. Kings are down 5-4. Puck comes to Thomas at center ice, and he slaps it back behind the net. Flip back along the right side. Kings try to hold it in, but it rolls away and cleared by Atlanta. Back into the Kings zone goes Schneider. Schneider wheels it up on the left wing side. Robitaille coming back, couldn't get to it. Held in by Adam Birdie, backhands it behind the net. Kings try to move it up on the left wing side, and they do. Here's Robitaille. Now to center ice, Wisniewski. Lubomir Wisniewski. Threw it back behind the net. Damian Rhodes out. Puck is chopped away. Nelson Emerson has it. He gives it now to Jason Blake. Left side, Aki Berg. Berg, pass in front. Deflected and back behind the net. Jason Blake again into the left wing corner. Kings trying to tie it up. Blake's pass. Now drop back to Nelson Emerson. Emerson in the blue line. Buys some time. Shoots, save, rebound. Cleared to the blue line and not out. Nice play, Aki Berg. Held it in. Pass on the left side to Wisniewski. Wisniewski pinching down in deep. He put it in deeper in the corner, but it's taken away and cleared back into the Kings zone.
So once again, the Kings get the buzz. Everyone involved, all 5 players, that's what you try to do. Once you establish possession on the low cycle, get defensemen involved. The Kings trying to do it. Unfortunately, no goals yet.
The thrill is back with a vengeance.
Toyotathon 01. Toyota's biggest sales event of the year returns with great values on our best, like the legendary and reliable Camry. Just one ride, and you'll know why. It's been the #1 selling car in America for 3 years in a row. Toyotathon 01. It's back at your Toyota dealer now through January 2nd.
Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve. The spicy new sourdough pepper jack burger.
Just a bit of magic. Oh, you gotta see it. So like the unexpected, perfectly perfected. Ahead of your head, I said. Our stuff is what dreams are made of. Time to bring it on home.
Digital palm quarter with 3-way PC link from Panasonic. Just slightly ahead of our time.
Oh, just a bit of magic.
The Kings are accomplishing what they want to do in every game, and that is hold the shots on goal down to under 23. Well, they've done it. What they don't want to do is give up 5 goals on 18 shots. Atlanta's had only 1 shot in the third period. They lead 5-4. That was the score coming into the third. Matty Nordstrom checked with all the boards. Gets it back again and throws it into the Atlanta zone. It's up on the ledge. Rhodes cuts it off, leaves it for Chris Tamer. Tamer in his 8th year. He waits as Craig Johnson comes in. Now driven off the boards, and this is going to be icing against Atlanta. So another faceoff back in the Atlanta zone.
Well, the Kings get what they want. More and more end zone faceoffs. That helps too when you're trailing in a game. Reminder, tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. on Fox Sports Net, college basketball. LSU goes into Arizona to take on the number 10 Wildcats. Check it out tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. right here on Fox Sports Net.
Jamie Storr, he came on in relief of Stefan Fisset. Fisset went out with 13 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second period. He had faced 11 shots, allowed 5 goals, and then Storr came in.
Bob, I've been trying to categorize goals that are going in, and you know, if you want to bottom line it like Andy Murray likes to do all the time, bottom line, they need more saves. That's what's happening. Now again, I'm not saying they're playing the best hockey. They have offensive guys out of the lineup. I'm not saying that. It's just a matter of during the flow of the game, you've got to get more stops.
Rob Blake from the right point. His shot deflected. Svedvarda gets knocked down by Smolinski. Thrashers dig it out. They've got Tapper chasing it at center ice into the Kings zone. Tapper at Doma Kelly coming down the middle. Couldn't get it to him. Kings clear it back to Robitaille at center. He shovels it left side to Belanger. Belanger in deep. Check by Skopincev. Picked up now by Smolinski. He's checked from behind. Can he hold it in? No. Doma Kelly clears it out to center. Just down the right side to the blue line, and Tapper gets checked there by Schneider. Boy, you mentioned how much that Skopincev is playing. He didn't play in the first meeting of these two teams. Here's Robitaille, left side. Throws it down into the corner. Robitaille trying to get it back, but it's taken away by the Thrashers. Dean Sylvester.
Rob, a lot of offense tonight, obviously, but I think Skopincev, the best player on the ice.
Sylvester shoots from a sharp angle, knocked down, rebound, held in by Harlock, taken out of the corner by Rob Blake. I agree with him. He is right there. Every time somebody's got the puck, Skopincev is right there, and he's played an outstanding game. I mentioned he's from Russia. He's played overseas before this. In Russia, Germany, and Finland. Played in the International League at Detroit last year. There's a save made on that shot as reaching out with a glove. As Jamie Storr taken away now. Here's Audette looking for a second. He shoots, and a save by Storr. Oh, big save there with 7:40 to go. That would have given the Thrashers a 2-goal lead. And Donald Audette and Storr exchange a few words.
Yeah, a couple of smiles back and forth. We talked about saves, Bob. The Kings get one right there. One of the few chances of the third period. The Kings trying to go up the zone, through the neutral zone, and through the middle. That's bad news. Now watch Jamie Storr hold on as long as possible. Donald Audette was waiting for a hole. You could tell by the pace of Donald Audette when he takes a look right here. He's waiting for Jamie Storr to make a move, and Storr didn't do that. He just leaned to one side. It was Jason Blake trying to go through the middle. Nowadays in the NHL, because of the neutral zone play, you can't do it. Turnover, Jamie Storr with a big save.
Well, that could turn out to be the save of the game. And then save there and a rebound in front. Audette scores! He didn't get that save. Audette picked up the rebound, and he made sure that time, and it's a 2-goal lead for Atlanta, 6-4.
Well, once again, Jamie Storr made the save here. It was the second chance, so the coverage certainly is a consideration in tonight's game. It comes on a second effort. The end zone draw deep in the King zone. It wasn't a set play by any means. Audette just set up back at the point in a position, and he's unchecked. And he just slides it underneath the glove of Jamie Storr. The alignment on the faceoff, Bob, had Audette as a forward back in a defensive position. So when the faceoff, not necessarily won cleanly, when there was a rebound, Audette left his defensive position and went right through the middle of the slot to the front of the net. Thrashers lead it 6-4.
Audette with his second of the night, 16th of the year, and his 6th goal in the last 8 games. Brunette and Ferraro with the assist at 12:24, and the Kings are down by 2.
And Bob, we'll take a look at that alignment on the faceoff. Watch Donald Audette. He's here. The defenseman, Bert, is here, so Donald Audette knows he can go forward because Bert will come back if anything goes wrong. What happens is the puck goes towards the net. Watch Audette. Now he can go because Bert comes back to make sure nothing happens defensively. The Kings and a lot of teams will use that type of alignment. Certainly the Kings did not sort that one out. Audette took advantage of the wide opening right through the middle. Thrashers up by 2.
Audette loves this. 2 goals tonight against his former team. And we got a face-off down in the Atlanta zone. Andrew Brunette, 4 assists in this game tonight. 2 goals and 1 assist for Audette. Kings down 6-4.
I'm still looking at that Skopincev. I really like the game.